Welcome to tonight's entertainment. The changing of the guard.
What is that?
Remember when honor and loyalty weren't just words?
That's the man!
When the Maggia were feared and respected? Tonight, the good old days are coming back.
Help! Help!
Wish I could join the festivities. Sit tight. I'll be seeing you all real soon.
Unless I shut off the cement mixer, the Dons are gonna get there. Stopped it. For now. Now to keep them off the controls. Gotta get that guy away from the mixer.
You wanna take this?
I sure hope I beat Yuri here.
Get that mixer back on!
Ah, jeez, no.
You ready for a new New York metal spot?
Cement level's still low. Gotta keep it that way. The Dons just need to hold on a little longer.
Hammerhead did he
Cement mixer's running again.
That's not what I meant to do.
Come on, get on the mixer! Hammerhead's stronger than he's ever been! You're dead!
Safe again.
Oh,
For the moment.
yeah.
Someone order a sardine can full of pinstripe polyester. The Dons are dead if I don't shut down the mixer.
Jeez. Great. These guys. Great.
Now if they could just stay off.
Okay, next one in the hole.
You just put down the shields.
As much as I would like that. Wouldn't be on the challenge. Got control.
You guys cool if I call the cement's halfway up? Gotta keep pushing. Everyone thinks shields are so cool, but honestly, oh, no, they are cool. Another dig boy. How many cup holders do you guys have in there? Hey, what's your problem? Dig boys? I don't know, man. You come up with a name for them.
How about
Figures.
Okay. Perfect. Got it. Jeez. What am I doing?
Oh no, the mixer's shorted out. It can't be turned off. Gotta try webbing the mixer itself. Come on, extra strength web formula. Please hold, please hold. Got it. Guess I can add cement proof to my webbing's list of features.
Okay, one more, right?
Hey, how about a little help down here? Everyone hold tight. We're gonna get you out of there.
Dons will be safe with the police. Now for Mr. Tall, Dark, and Flat-Headed.
Nice work, Bug. Kinda spoiled my big night, but we'll roll with it. Risks of live TV. You like? Project Olympus in action. Finished it up while you were playing with the Dons.
So that's what they're wearing in Paris this season. Hate to say it, but brushed gunmetal is not your cup.
I'm trying to revitalize the mob over here. That takes long-term leadership. Now, I'm long-term.
Your parts warranty may be long-term, but you're nuts.
Nah. I'm just a guy who knows a thing or two about PR. The city don't take the Maggia seriously no more. Don't respect us. But after they see me break you in half, all that's gonna change. Time to bring back the glory days.
I've punched a lot of heads. Yours has to be the hardest.
Oh, jeez.
Gotta be faster.
Guess I gotta catch him with guard.
Sort out his new gear.
Like this, man.
You really see this ending well for you?
I don't see this ending for me at all.
I can attack right after he finishes a charge. Let me try to hack his system. That is one hard head. Now your obsession with respect comes off as extremely insecure.
How insecure?
Couldn't finish that sentence.
I've punched a lot of heads. Yours has to be the hardest. Should probably try to avoid that. Gonna sort out his new gear. Now your obsession with respect comes off as extremely insecure.
How insecure your head from your body?
Oh, that is one hard head.
You got your guts coming after the head of the Maggia.
And I'd like to keep them on the inside, thanks.
Fighter!
It's a little bulky. You ever considered spandex?
He's taking out too many of them!
Yeah. Yep, don't have any more. Oh, jeez.
Exoskeleton. Let me try to shock his system.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I've gone to this camera.
Ow! Punching his head is like punching a wall. Made of solid steel.
I can always use rough equipment. You can also just counter.
Rule this city now, Bug! And you ain't welcome!
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself there.
Jeez. Great. Give me touch me.
Grease, you're under arrest.
So yeah, turning yourself into a crime against nature, maybe not such a good idea after all, huh?
Pal, you weren't listening when I said long term. Old school Maji's got patience. Knows how to wait till just the right moment to...
Yuri. What are you... No, Yuri, don't do this!
Captain, stop! This is bad.
Last time we met, you said something about fear. How do you feel now?
Just dandy.
To be continued. Oh wow. Really like to keep people in suspense. Gotta wonder what the post credits anime will be to this as well. Of course, I guess they were right. No Black Cat. I assume she's alive because they didn't find the body. And now Captain Yuri Watanabe has gone crazy. Oh, man, I guess it's kind of still interesting, even if the length of the story is not that long, for the most part. At least they're trying to keep it interesting by making the characters go in certain directions for the story. I guess with Yuri, it's just kind of losing her cool and kind of going against her well, her morality as a cop, even though I guess from one of the what was it, the bases I was doing, Hammerhead had some type of interest in her, as well as she did, I guess. Or at least with the Maggio. Oh man, I mean, it is to be expected. It is to be expected as well as, I should have expected, I should have expected this. Was I expecting anything more? I mean, probably not. This was a little more shorter. It kind of feels a little more shorter. Just to the fact that I guess maybe they couldn't really figure out what to do with Black Cat. Maybe she secretly escaped. Maybe that was the whole point to that ending. Maybe just to set up this one, and then just like this ending right here, it's setting up to something else. I don't know what. I mean, I want to say that they're maybe gonna bring Silver Sable back just by the name of the DLC, Silver Lining. But excuse me, it could mean something else. Something else entirely. At least just by the way that they're going with the story. Going with the story. I'm gonna think that. So I just have to wait to see till something surfaces. Like it's supposed to come out in December as well. So whatever happens, I guess I got something to look forward to in the story at least. And maybe much more difficult side content, at least for the most part. I mean, like from what I can see, at least the base. I mean, the bases and the maybe screwball challenges are a little more difficult, at least for me. At least for me. I mean, I can admit I'm not that good. And I had a bit of a hard time with Hammerhead, because he was a little bit of a unique boss. I mean, you had to either counter after each, I mean not after each, because he did have like maybe 2 or maybe 3 attacks, and then maybe you had to counter after those. But you could also go for electric webbing as well. You could also shock the armor and attack him as well. Not a bad boss fight. And I guess it's not a bad it's not a bad storyline either, I guess. I mean, like, at least it brought back Yuri, and at least it took the character into it took the character into a different direction. Like, I guess it more or less broke her. It's more or less the experience, or it's more or less the encounter with Hammerhead broke her. The near death, or even the witnessing of her, the witnessing as well as witnessing the deaths of her fellow officers broke her, and the fact that things didn't go to plan also just pushed her to the point of no return, I guess, or almost. Guess I'm looking to see where things begin from that point. At least hopefully. I think I could skip this, right? I think I have to. As much as I'd like to see the names. Alright.
I feel bad for the captain, but I'm glad this monster's dead.
Who says he's dead?
Oh.
Boss.
Congratulations, you finished the Turf War story. The adventure continues in the next campaign, Silver Lining. Great job, hero. Jeez. Guess Hammerhead still have a presence there, or will it be another villain? It's not setting up another villain. Otherwise they would have mentioned that another villain was maybe on the rise in the background, or even showed another villain as well. At least from what I remembered in the Heist DLC as well. I mean, Hammerhead kind of had a presence, at least mentioned, and then shows up by the end of it. And by the end of this one, I guess it seemed like he was dead for a moment. I guess Yuri did shoot him in the head, but he still has that adamantium or vibranium in his head, which would at least prevent him from dying. At least for the most part. I guess he survived that. Oh man, I don't even know what to think. Was I expecting much from this? Probably not. Again, it's not that lengthy. Oh,
Well,
Jonah.
folks, seems I have a retraction.
Yeah, what do you got
Some
to
of
say?
my previous comments about finding Hammerhead's ideas interesting, because he wants to make this beautiful city respectable again, may have been taken out of context. Hammerhead is a violent and poorly dressed murderer who, it turns out, has actually been stealing superpowered weapons in order to rule this city by force in a sort of coup d'etat that I'm certain no one could have seen coming. Especially, apparently, Spider-Man. Now I stand behind everything I said about admiring Hammerhead's motivations. Kids these days need to put down their smartphones and stop their floss dancing and get jobs like the rest of us did at 8 years old to learn some responsibility. And I think we can all agree that his methods belong in the trash can, and weapons should stay out of discussions about decency. All I have to say is that none of this would have happened.
For Spider-Man?
Spider-Man had just stayed off the streets in the first place. I don't know how exactly, but I know it's true. Now I'm going to bed.
Okay. Good night. Alright, so, like I said, didn't know what to expect, and maybe I didn't have that much expectations. And if you don't have any expectations, I guess what you can't really be disappointed by what you're gonna get. And I'm not gonna say I was disappointed. I mean, I guess that boss fight wasn't that disappointing entirely, but maybe I should have at least could have at least expected a little more. Maybe there's a little more to look forward to, at least in the story. I mean, for the most part, at least it's hinting at Peter's training Miles, and that there's at least still going to be a little more story after this. That's something to look forward to. A little more Spider-Man. I mean, that's good. I mean, the fact that they're at least putting out something for this is at least something to appreciate, even though it's a little too soon for that. I mean, if they could have at least taken their time with DLC, could the DLC have been maybe 10 hours, maybe 15 hours long? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of comparing this to like maybe, comparing this, it's almost like I want to compare this to maybe like, compare this, or maybe it's almost, I want to maybe, say if they went the Witcher 3 route. They could have maybe gone through with a similar DLC plan like that. I mean, even Horizon Zero Dawn did something like that as well. That added a little more story. It wasn't like a 2-hour thing. I'm trying to remember how long did that one take. Maybe a little over 10 hours, maybe. I need to look that up, but that was still a little more lengthy. But again, this is kind of better than nothing. A little. That's all I can say. This was a little. This was better than nothing. A little more Spider-Man, a little more content to play around with. Yeah. Guess I'm not gonna have high expectations for the next thing, but I'm still looking forward to what more adventures and stories Spider-Man's gonna be in, at least for the DLC. With nothing more to say, until next time.